Yeah, take it away, Jeff.
I'm just interested to hear from all of you as leaders, how have you been able to overcome some of the fears and insecurities that you might have had at some point during your career?
So doing stuff like this. I was shaking in the beginning. No, in all seriousness, you have to try stuff. Whether it's through your boss or your mentor or a friend, colleague, sometimes you need to get pushed, right? Or go kicking and screaming, and that's okay. I think if you kind of go out the gate, which is fine too, because you're confident, you know what you're doing, but there are times where I would consider, and I have considered, because I've also almost passed out onto stage because that's how nervous I was, what does make you uncomfortable, and go seek it out, right? And take the necessary precautions to be prepared. But I think that's the one way that you grow, just as an individual and as you kind of lead yourself through your future, is know what scares you and go after it, and see what happens. And it's okay to make a mistake. It's totally okay, as long as it brings no harm to others.
Jeff, I guess I would say for me, it's been, I find a great deal of liberation in admitting that you're insecure about something. And like Mary just talked about, that being up on stage isn't, it's something that she has to really push herself. I think that for the most part, people aren't intentionally wanting to see you fail, right? So if you just say, like, I'm not good with this finance stuff. Could you help me? Or I'm not a fast reader. That's one thing. It took me a long time to admit that I don't read fast. And but I find a great deal of liberation in it, and then I just put less pressure on myself. I kind of set the bar low. and there's something about that, right? At least for me, that I'm all about, set the right expectations and hopefully over-deliver. It's when you play up the fact or you're trying to mask something that then you start setting expectations a little higher, and that's when you start feeling the pressure of, man, if I can't get over that bar, I'm going to really look foolish, or people are going to be disappointed. And then that's when you stop performing because you're so worried about how everything's going to look on the other side. At least that's how I feel. So I tend to go in with the, set the right expectations. And if you're not good at something, then just say, hey, this is not my strength, and be okay with that. And I think you'll find a great relief when you admit